Here we are exactly 1 year later since the release of Dying Light 2. Nearly every single month since its release, TechOne has been providing updates, new content, and events for players to enjoy. They did so for 12 months straight, and here we are, 1 year later. Happy anniversary!
I want to wish the Dying Light 2 community a happy anniversary.
And in celebration of this milestone, TechOne has done a 2+ hour long anniversary live stream talking about all the things regarding Dying Light, past, present, and future. And it was very much needed. In times of celebration, we need to know what the hell's going on. Because to go ahead and rip that band-aid right off, trying to keep players interested in what Dying Light 2 has to offer has been TechOne's biggest challenge so far. Majority of the community is just not currently satisfied with the current state of Dying Light 2. TechOne kinda shot themselves in the foot when they committed themselves to a 5-year support plan. In a way, it was a little twist on a live service model in gaming that we see so often nowadays. And while I respect their commitment and dedication to supporting the product for the long term, there was a reasonable expectation amongst the community for TechOne to provide meaningful content, and it hasn't exactly been that way since. Their dedication and support is one of the main reasons why the community is so passionate about Dying Light. And some of the things that we've gotten so far are a complete miss. The community is just not asking for what TechOne is delivering right now. The community wants one thing, and then we go ahead and get another.
I want a story about the infected. Give us Sentinel Volatile. Give us Elysium. Alright?
But finally, in response to critical feedback, months of suggestions, comments, and concerns, TechOne has decided to launch their biggest update yet. And this update, once again, has decided to make me so goddamn happy. It's actually a pretty good update. In this update, we had cross-gen for consoles, legend levels, dynamic competitions in co-op, lower biter grabs, instant kill for those grabbers, skippable cutscenes. They made changes to the ragdolls and the AI reactions. They added new animations. They added new outfits. There's so much more, and I want to tell you all about it. Now, before we go and do a big deep dive into the new update, I got some questions for you, TechOne. Where the hell is Dying Light 2 on Switch? I got you red-handed. I see you hiding over there. Get out of there. Anyone that was excited for Dying Light 2 on Switch, I'm convinced it doesn't exist. It's never coming out. Maybe it's another day before. I don't know. Jokes aside, TechOne, any announcement would really help. I know this version was supposed to be cloud gaming, so if resources aren't being put into this version anymore, just let us know. I'm sure there's a little small portion of the fan base just clinging on to hope, hoping that they can play this game on Switch one day, and they haven't heard anything for over a year. Honestly, just be transparent rather than letting the audience waiting like younger me on the couch waiting for dad to come home, but in reality my parents were going through a divorce and he's not coming home. He's going to the La Quinta down the road. He's staying over there tonight. But now, how do I feel about the new update? Let's begin. But first, here we are, Gamers Up Gaming Energy Drink. Use the code down below for a discount. Now, I love this update. I love how much endgame content this update added in. I love the new weapon animations. I love the dynamic competitions with friends in co-op. This is easily the biggest Dying Light 2 update added in. This isn't some YouTuber clickbait BS, massive Dying Light 2 update. Dying Light 2 just got a 400 gigabyte new update, new content, here we are. It is actually the most substantial update added into Dying Light 2 at this current moment. And I actually love this update. My PC, on the other hand, hates it. This is most likely going to be my biggest criticism of this update. Performance took a nosedive into oblivion. My PC is more than capable of running a nuclear reactor energy facility on its own, but it can't run Dying Light 2 post-update at 30 FPS or higher. However, we'll say one quick fix: go into your settings and turn off NVIDIA Reflex. A lot of my issues were striving from that. But now, hear that ding? Ding ding! The legend levels were added in, and oh my god, they're amazing. It's so good to have them back, an extra 250 levels for you and your friends to grind, level up, and make your character even stronger. You can now go and progress your character's abilities even further. This all begins once you go and reach player level number 9. And every single activity that you do, you get legend points. With these points, you rank up your legend level, and each level gives you a skill and a reward. That skill point right there can be used to upgrade one of the 10 abilities that you now have available to you. You can upgrade your damage for one-handed weapons, two-handed weapons, bows, punches, kicks, and so much more. The rewards range from outfits, a weapon crate that you get every single level, and here's the kicker: it actually gives you pretty damn good loot. I am getting some repeats pretty early on with the bronze crate, but I will say, every single one of these weapons, it's unique and different. That means that they have a set of weapons in this pool that were specifically created for this purpose. They were specifically created for legend levels, and that's awesome. To my knowledge, granted, I'm recording this a day after the update came out, so it could change, but to my knowledge, everything you unlock in these crates is only obtainable through legend levels. And if that is the case, keep that shit up, Techland. That is awesome. Do that more. I am loving the addition of legend levels. This is by far one of the best ways to expand your endgame content, because to be honest, like we said in the beginning of this video, it's a little lacking at the moment. But also a huge giant F in the chat right now to all those players that got ranked at level 250 instantly because of a glitch. I feel for you, and hopefully that gets reset pretty soon for you. You probably just lost out on about 50 hours of gameplay right there. But I must give credit where credit is due. Techland tackled that issue, hotfixed it about an hour after the update went live. But let's get back to legend levels now. Like I said, there are 10 different skills that you can upgrade. You can upgrade each one 25 times. Every upgrade, you increase the percentage for that particular skill. For example, there is a skill. You can increase your two-handed weapon attacks by 3%. And you can go and do that 25 times, meaning if you fully max it out, you can increase your damage by 75%. That's major! And you can do that for all 10 skills. The outfits that are currently available in the game are also drip the hell out. The 4 outfits from legend levels are some of the best, especially that last and final one right here. This update and event introduced a couple of outfits that you can achieve in addition to these. You have the crane outfit, which kind of looks like a discount crane if I'm being quite honest with you, but it is obtainable on the Techland GG website right now for free to go ahead and claim. You also have the rise outfit, which you get by completing your personal goal of chopping off 850 limbs. Holy shit, there's actually a reason to go and do this event now. And then next weekend during the dropkick event, the Brecken outfit will be available. Wow. Remember Brecken? What happened to him? And I'm not done yet. They also upgraded the physics and the ragdoll animations. And I don't know how I feel about this one. The infected react much better now, but there is one thing that I noticed, is that there's an event going on, and this event increases blood, gore, and of course, ragdolls. So I don't know what changes are made to improve the quality of life and what changes are here because of the anniversary event. And we won't really know what it's like until the event has concluded, because the anniversary event is just the Bloody Summer event and the Rampage event just merged into one, which is honestly, if I can't tell what gameplay changes there are for an event, that event's kind of lacking. But Techland, I will give you a pass because I am thoroughly impressed with the rewards that you tied to this event, which we'll touch on a little bit more later. But back to physics, assuming that most of these changes and ragdoll changes are here to stay and not event tied, zombies now properly react and fall accordingly, something that wasn't here pre-update. You can see it like a night and day difference now. There is less of a focus on animations, and now the infected react more naturally. It's definitely a step in the right direction. It does need a little bit of work in some instances, it's a little choppy in some areas, but nonetheless, this is a great beginning, and I'm excited to see what's coming. But moving forward, they finally decreased biter grabs. But wait, it doesn't end here. They also added the ability to instant kill those biters. It is just by far the best change they have made in the entirety of Dying Light 2. And honestly, it was well worth the wait. That little change right here just makes playing Dying Light 2 so much more enjoyable. Biters constantly grabbing you for the first year of Dying Light 2 gave me physical and emotional pain. That change was very much needed. Techland, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. It uses a knife every time you go ahead and stab the biter. It also gives you this pretty cool little gory animation right here. But what I really like is that it actually gives knives a purpose now, which I think is awesome. And speaking of awesome, one of the best co-op additions added into this update was dynamic challenges. They are making a return from the original, and they're here to stay. You will now get random opportunities to go ahead and participate in challenges. Kill those infected as quickly as possible, get the most damage. I absolutely love that they added these in. Not gonna lie, this update is easily the best thing to come to Dying Light 2. It just brought in some of the best features, and part of me almost kind of believes that this is how the game should have launched. So all the updates leading up to this one is how I think it should have been on day one, but that's a topic for another time. We still have so much more to go over. There is a huge list of different changes and fixes that Techland did for quality of life improvements. They added in new axe animations, which is a plus, but when it comes to this, I think Techland is missing one important thing. One thing that Techland does is simply replace the old ones with the new. But one of the ongoing problems with animations is the lack of them and how often repeating they are. Players don't like seeing the same weapon animations over and over in gameplay combat. We want variety, we want the pool of animations to be expanded on. Like, let's say we have 10 animations for the katana pre-update. A new update comes out, replaces those 10 with 10 brand new super satisfying ones. The issue is we still have 10, so we're going to be getting those same 10 over and over. What it needs to be, take the old, take the new, combine that shit together, and now we have 20 animations in the pool for us to use. Maybe you could slightly increase how often the new ones trigger over the old, but don't remove the old ones entirely, because then you run into the same issue. Another thing to mention too is that in the patch notes, it says that there's fixes for trophies and achievements. Trophies and achievements are still bugged, particularly the Night Runner trophy to complete all Night Runner trials. You simply cannot get it, and it's been an ongoing issue since the beginning of time, since the game was released. You cannot earn this trophy, and thus it's preventing you from earning a platinum. And trust me, I totally understand the frustration here. I used to be a completionist. I used to 100% every single game I got my hands on. It was probably responsible for a lot of my mental health issues. Like, do you know how much multiplayer I had to play in Assassin's Creed Black Flag in order to get that platinum? Playing that same garbage over and over. Having to play every game mode, use every weapon, easy. Having to play Wolfpack, not a problem. Going to get to level 55 in multiplayer, I want to castrate myself. My trophy hunters, while I don't consider myself someone in that community anymore, I'm watching from the sidelines, I'm rooting you on, and I totally understand your pain and what's going on here, and hopefully Techland resolves it. But now we're moving on to that end section. I do have a final point that I want to bring up. We have the Bloody Anniversary event going on, we have the Dropkick event coming, and the rewards are incredible. you get a Tahir charm, Rise's machete, a Rise's outfit and paraglider, and also a volatile mask. These rewards are just everything I wanted to see. Freaking A+ to you, Techland. Amazing work. This right here, all of this, so side note, that volatile mask looks a little cursed. I can't wait to see it in game. But all of this, the rewards for this event, is the staple on how to do rewards. Techline, if you're watching, which I think some of you may be, how's it going? This right here is your guideline. This is your example. Do this for every event moving forward when it comes to rewards, and you'll have a successful one. When it comes to the weapons, I do have one minor concern and request that we're going to talk about right now. When it comes to the weapons for events, it's kind of a reoccurring pattern, but the stats are just so painfully bad. It feels like Techland is just too focused on trying to balance their game rather than offer up a satisfying and rewarding experience for players when it comes to their accomplishments. Now, to play devil's advocate, I totally understand why you want to balance your game. You don't want it to go and break economies, don't want to have these super overpowered weapons. I get that. But let's take January for example, where the community got a mace for hitting their challenge goal. And what occurred and what occurs so often with these events and rewards is that the weapons and the stats that Techland gives you are just so awful that they're just not worth using in actual gameplay activities. They really need to step it up in this regard. Honestly, maybe let players re-roll those weapons. Maybe we can get the blueprint to craft those weapons from events. Maybe we can go to craft masters, blueprint those weapons, use the craft masters to re-roll stats and damage output numbers. Because currently, craft masters, they're kind of just useless once you go and get all of your upgrades from them. The craft masters are not crafting. Let's say we use crystals for example. Present that to craft masters to re-roll your weapons. That little fix right there, it makes craft masters and crystals more worthwhile in your economy. There's more reasons to go out into the nighttime and get some of those crystals. Right now, there isn't that much. And of course, while I'm grateful for all the free stuff that they're giving us, and I truly appreciate it, the mask and the weapon from the lunar event, it's awesome to look at, but it just feels like they have this hard-on agenda that ensuring the game's balancing isn't broken, and it's sadly leading to unsatisfying gameplay moments. But to wrap everything up, that was what was showcased to us a couple days ago. Now Techland, they didn't stop there. They also gave us a 2023 roadmap, and everything in here is exactly what I wanted to see in the future of Dying Light 2. I have been saying this for months, that Dying Light 2, they need to take a few months off and work on the core systems and overhaul them. And that's exactly what's occurring here. Now, we're going to quickly go over that roadmap, but one thing that's not on here that was revealed during Jonas Scott's live stream with Timon Smektala, he did kind of hint that a tag game mode may be coming over the course of the next few months, but it's not confirmed. So, April 2023, we are going to be getting major changes to combat physics and a brutality upgrade, meaning that ragdolls and physics will be more in line with what we saw in the original Dying Light. Also making sure humans and infected are more reactive, less focused on animations. Pair this alongside the blood and gore, getting an even bigger improvement. I'm super excited. This, alongside all the other changes we are going over on the roadmap, are some of the top priority community requests when it comes to mechanics. We need these fundamental changes in order to ensure a long-term satisfying gameplay experience, and I'm really happy that Techland is taking the time, setting the time aside to go and do these overhauls. Then right here we have a Techland GG quest, which alright. Cool. It's a little bonus, nothing major. I think my favorite thing in April is that little one down there, that transmog system. When I do these videos on the channel, I try to highlight as often as humanly possible a gear transmog system. If you don't know what a transmog system is, to basically boil it down, it allows players to apply skins to certain gears and armors so that you don't lose out on all your great stats while maintaining exactly how you want to look. I mean, it does occur quite often in gaming, but sometimes you have to look goofy in order to get the most upgrades out of your gear. Then we have June, which will bring us a new nighttime experience and also roaming volatiles. And that one is pretty self-explanatory, but what exactly is that new night going to include? I have no idea. I am imagining a major improvement to make the night times more like Dying Light 1 and to go ahead and make them more scarier. Chase levels may disappear, but whatever it is they have in store for us, there's gonna be volatiles there. They're finally going and making that change. Maybe we'll have patrolling volatiles. Maybe they'll be the ones to start those chase level sequences now. We'll have to wait and see. Right underneath that, we have parkour flow improvements. And there's a video from To Noviex that I'll link right here that I highly recommend checking out. I'm going to play a little bit on screen right now. That video is one of a kind. He uses actual data and numbers to break down how lacking the parkour momentum is. And this is something that you will notice in day-to-day gameplay. As you parkour, certain elements will stop your speed, thus making gameplay less satisfying. How you jump, where you jump, what you jump on, all affect your movement and its momentum. And it's been an ongoing problem since the release of Dying Light 2. Remember that floaty parkour? All of that plays into a role in parkour flow improvements. So whatever Techland has planned for this, it's definitely going to feel a lot more engaging when you're doing parkour. And lastly, ring that dinner bell, ding ding ding, DLC 2. Which we currently do not know that much information aside from it being a story expansion focused on Aiden taking place after the main event of the game. That's it. We have some concept art and screenshots. Timon did do a little tease for new weapon types, could be hinting towards guns making an appearance, you tell me. That's really the only official info that we have. There was some leaked data mines that suggested that the DLC has been renamed from Blood Diamonds to Frontier. So maybe what we thought Blood Diamonds was is no longer a thing, and now they're rolling through with Frontier. I have no idea. But that right there is the anniversary update. That's all the major things that came out of this 2-hour-long anniversary event too. What did you think about it? Comment down below and let me know. But now I do want to take this time to simply thank you. Whatever your opinions are of the game, whether you love it, whether you're disappointed by it, maybe it's a mixture of both. Thank you all so much for sticking around onto this channel. I'm truly grateful for every single one of you. I'm really grateful for this game and this franchise ever existing in the first place. I contribute a majority of my success as a creator and even in my personal life to this little zombie game right here. To think I went from being in my mom's house in my tiny bedroom making really cringy live streams and videos where I needed to be quiet to unboxing and revealing the name to the world to being here a year later and being at the place I'm at right now, I'm truly thankful for. I don't think I can really thank you guys enough for being onto this channel, for watching it every single time I upload. You all make a decision to watch and tune in to the very end. I spend hours alongside a little team working on these videos to make sure that they're the best videos they could be. It's a nice little personal creative showcase for me to express myself. I talk about this game and I do what I do on this channel because of my love for the franchise. So everyone out there, happy 1-year anniversary. I genuinely want to see this game succeed in the long run, and everything I do on here, it's all out of love, respect, and commitment. Something my ex-wife doesn't understand.
The next effort that I do, I'm going to fart, and it is going to be very long.
I'm coming off you right now.
Can you see Danny in the back?
Hi, Danny.
Let there be light! good luck.